Welcome back to XM Natural Hair and Color Studio based in St. Louis, Missouri. I am Sam Marie, and today I have something fun for you. A color correction. Like a real color correction. My client here, she came in for a consultation, of course, and she told me that she has some gray. Her ultimate goal is to grow this gray out. She wants to start embracing her gray. However, she had been coloring her hair at home, first with black box color for a while, and then she let that grow out a bit, and then she attempted brown box color. So that is why her hair is multiple colors. And that bright part that you see, that is what I did when she came in for her consultation. I did a test strand. So that lightened part is the part that I tested to see what her hair would look like underneath. How much box color had she been using? And would her desired color be possible? So I'm going to show you her desired color, and I'm actually going to show you a few times because you're going to see what happens in this situation. Here's her desired color. Once I did the test strand and I determined, yes, we can achieve this color. The tricky part was the gray, because she didn't necessarily want to darken the gray. She didn't want to lighten the gray. She wanted the gray to come out to the point that it could be a good transition for her. What we were going to work towards was blending her gray as it grows out into something, a lighter brown copper shade. So as you can see, I am putting a lightener in the darker parts of her hair. The part of her hair, if part of her hair was already light enough, I did not go back and relighten it. This here is the outcome of that. Just a quick lesson on understanding underlying pigments. So when virgin hair is lightened, especially hair that is very dark, when you lighten it, the natural pigments in the hair can cause an orange or warm tone. That is even more expected when you have used something like a brown box color on the hair and then you go to lift it. It's going to produce, you're going to see orange. Part of this color correction step is to remove that orange. Not so much remove it, because her desired color had a bit of copper in it, but you face the challenge of it being overly orange. And as you can see, I had to formulate a different color for her root, and I formulated a separate color for her hair because I did not want extreme gray coverage at the root. However, I wanted it to blend. I didn't want it to look like she had, gray roots and then this new fresh color. So it was a challenge. I'm not going to lie. I was upfront. And when I say challenge, that's not a bad thing. I always feel like color corrections can be a bit of a challenge, but it is a welcome challenge for me because I'm always learning. And one thing about me, I am at this point very experienced with color services and color corrections. So if it is something that I don't get right the first time, I am confident that I can fix it. If I'm in a situation where I feel like I'm not going to be able to do anything with this, I do not accept that challenge. So I have no problem saying no. Or not just if I don't feel like I can accept the challenge. If the client's hair is not in a condition for what is required to achieve a certain look or a certain color, I will say no. and I will explain why. This was actually, it was fun, fun in my terms of fun, because I love doing these transformations. She had multiple tones in her hair, and there was like no rhyme or reason to it. It wasn't like it was, black in the back and brown at the top. It was just throughout, brown, black, brown, just all over. And then you have the gray root, and then you have to consider what her goal is. I want to grow my gray. So it's not just I want to cover this gray and keep this covered. I want to grow my gray out. So here is the outcome of me attempting to lift, creating color. I knew right away that it was a bit too orange. Once I saw it, especially once I blew it dry, I knew it was a bit too orange. And she agreed. She was a little shocked with this. It was actually pretty. It was orange. I knew it was brighter than she wanted, but it was a pretty color. It's a color that I think someone else would be willing to wear. However, she was not willing to wear it, and I had no problem fixing it. I knew it was something that was an easy fix, but compared to her desired color, I'm gonna put it up again, it was very, very close, but I think she wanted a little more brown. In the photo, I can tell that there was light flashing on the color of the person, or the hair that she sent me, the desired color that she sent me. There was a light flashing on it that made it appear brighter, but it was not this bright as I got her hair. Here she is back. This is 5 days later, and I am formulating a color to tone it down. You can look at the root. She was very happy with that root. So you can see that, you can tell there is some color there, but you can still kind of see her gray, and that's what she wanted. So that's what also added to the challenge of toning it down, because she didn't want her gray to be dark. So I chose a demi-permanent color, because I know that demi-permanent color does not cover gray the way that permanent color covers gray. Here is the outcome of her tone down. She absolutely loved it, and I loved it too. It was very, very pretty. One thing about correcting color that I notice on most clients, especially if I'm doing something over box color, is that you will still have those uneven tones underneath. So that kind of takes some time to work through, or work out. So this is 2 color sessions that she's had, but I can still see a little bit of that box color underneath. Now, to probably the average person, I don't think they would really notice that, but I notice it. And now that I'm pointing it out to you, you probably notice it. But people that see her, just on the street or at work, most likely won't notice it at all. It is a beautiful color. Before I finish this video, I want to share some valuable tips on how to avoid box color mishaps. So box color, it might seem like a quick fix. It might seem like, hey, you know what, I need to cover this gray, or I just need to go black really quickly, but they often lead to unpredictable results. And that is where professional colorists like me come in to help fix the damage. If you would just invest in professional color or a professional color service the first time, you can avoid having to do a costly color correction. One thing about me, I am a licensed stylist, And I specialize in healthy hair, but I also specialize in color services. And to me, it goes hand in hand. So it's really crucial to have that relationship with a professional stylist who can understand your hair goals and can also help you if color services are a part of those hair goals. So as a skilled colorist, it's not just about being able to do the color. It's about being able to fix whatever goes wrong. It's about being able to incorporate the necessary treatments and care into your hair journey. And that is absolutely priceless. And I'm not just saying that, because it's me, because there are several professionals out there that do the same thing. But it is something that you have to look out for if this is something that you personally think that you want. You like it? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video was educational for you and helpful for you. If you want to see more, please subscribe, like, share. I thank you so much for your positive comments, and I will see you next time.